Have you ever had this moment where someone calls you quiet or shy, and you suddenly start wondering, wait, am I actually just dumb? Yeah, same. But here's the twist. Psychology says many of the traits people mistake for weakness are actually signs you're way smarter than you think. So today, let's break down the subtle signals you've probably been ignoring. 1. You overthink. But not in a bad way. A lot of people see overthinking as a flaw, but here's the psychology behind it. Your brain is literally running extra simulations before taking action. Think about it. You hesitate before sending a text. You replay conversations. You think ahead before trying something new. Most people act first and deal with consequences later, but you want things to make sense. You want to understand. And that brings us to something even deeper. 2. You notice what others. Smart people have this quiet superpower, micro-awareness. You pick up on tone shifts. You sense when someone is uncomfortable. You see tiny details, like the one coworker who pretends they're okay but isn't. This isn't just sensitivity, it's pattern recognition. It's your brain connecting dots in the background. Ever been in class and before the teacher even says it, you just know there's a trick in the question? Yeah, that's you reading between the lines. 3. You feel out of place. In most groups, this one hurts a bit, but it's real. Psychologists call it differentiated thinking. Your brain isn't satisfied with surface-level stuff. You want depth, real talk, real ideas. So when you're surrounded by small talk or gossip, you feel disconnected, not because you're antisocial, but because those conversations don't stimulate you. And if you feel different around people, this next one will hit hard. 4. You learn fast, but you get bored even faster. If you've ever picked up a skill quickly, coding, editing, drawing, even a new game, but then suddenly lose interest, that's not laziness. That's high cognitive efficiency. Your brain learns the pattern, says, okay, got it, and then starts craving a new challenge. But society tells you boredom equals problem. In reality, it's a sign your mind wants to grow. Try keeping a skill rotation list. Swap between 3 to 4 things instead of forcing yourself to grind one until you burn out. 5. You talk less. Because you think more. You're not quiet. You're processing. And in psychology, this is linked with reflective intelligence. You don't jump into arguments. You don't speak just to fill silence. You'd rather say something meaningful than something loud. Ever been in a group discussion and realize everyone is arguing emotionally, while you're the only one thinking logically? Yeah, that's not an accident. But here's the most surprising sign. If you relate to even a few of these, you're probably a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for. Not because you act loud, not because you score perfectly, but because your brain works in ways most people never notice. You're thoughtful, you're aware, you're curious, and you're growing. So here's your challenge. Tonight, pick one of these traits and treat it as a strength, not a flaw. Shift your mindset just 1% and watch how differently you see yourself tomorrow. If you want more content like this, stick around, hit subscribe, and let's level up your life together.